Good evening, my non-existent viewers. It is TVB, and this is the first rant video that I have been making in a very long time because the news is finally here. It's been kind of been buzzing around for a few months now, but now it's official, and that YouTube is officially getting rid of public dislikes. So nowadays, it's gonna be a slow but steady progress. Apparently, the content creators can look at their own dislikes, but their viewers cannot. And I just have to make a rant video about this because YouTube getting rid of public dislikes and the reasons as to why they're doing it, in my opinion, is the biggest joke I have seen since my sleep schedule, guys. They're apparently removing public dislikes because it's going to prevent massive dislike bombs or attacks on certain YouTubers, or there's been a trend of people just collectively disliking a video just to attack a person, and I'm like, that is just ridiculous because they're not attacking the person whenever a video gets a massive amounts of dislikes, it's usually for a reason. The video is bad, and if I can't see the number of dislikes that video's gotten, what if it's a tutorial video, or say that there's I'm watching a Minecraft tutorial, it's build this redstone contraption, or build this or build that or whatever, and if it has a lot more dislikes than likes, then I know that's not a good tutorial and I should click it off. And what if you're a little kid who doesn't know any better, and there's watch this video and it'll teach you how to get 5,000 free COD points for Warzone or something like that, and you being a naive little child clicks on that video, and since there's no dislikes on it, you can't tell if you can't tell that the video is clearly a scam. Or if I'm looking on YouTube, it's the full movie for I don't know, the Suicide Squad, just free on YouTube, watch it right here, and if I click on it, then it's just an hour and 45 minutes or however long that movie was, being just a blank screen and just promotions for illegal pirate websites. Yeah, I think people should be allowed to look at the number of dislikes on that video because that video deserves to be disliked. It's not an attack on the person, it's an attack on, they're criticizing the video. I love criticism. It's a very important part to any art form, whether it's YouTube videos or movies or television or books or video games or music or whatever else. And I definitely believe in the separation of the art from the artist. And when I dislike a video, usually it's not that I hate the person that's creating it. I don't want to bully them or harass them. I definitely am against that. So I can understand people's reasoning behind we don't want anyone to feel attacked or feel unsafe on this website. But for the most part, people aren't disliking videos. Nobody disliked the COD Infinite Warfare trailer back in 2016 because they hate everyone working on Activision. It's I hope you starve and your family dies. No. Because the game looked like garbage, and they wanted to dislike the trailer because people were sick of, Call of Duty games. However, there are some truly toxic people on this platform that I think deserve the massive amounts of dislikes and hate comments that they receive. For example, I am not a conservative, I'm not a Republican, I did not vote for Trump last year, but I am subscribed to a lot of conservative YouTubers, because I firmly believe that there's a lot that you can learn from people that you disagree with. I've noticed that a lot of, YouTubers that I watch that have very different, opinions from mine are likable people that I think give very well thought out arguments. However, a year ago, I unsubscribed from No BS. He's one of those pro-Trump, anti-censorship, anti-feminist, SJW woke YouTubers. And that's great, he's allowed to criticize the people that he wants to criticize. But the problem is it took me a lot longer than it should have to realize that he's just as hypocritical, egotistical, stupid, and just plain annoying as the SJWs that he criticizes. And if you've seen his SJW moments in Avengers Infinity War video, you know what I'm talking about. In that video, I think people should be allowed to see the number of dislikes that video receives so they know they're getting themselves into a cringe fest. And the worst part is, the guy didn't even learn from his mistakes because he made a video discussing WandaVision earlier this year, which also got more dislikes than likes. And the guy's just fading out of relevancy. And again, I didn't want to make this video to rant about a certain YouTuber, and I'm not even like going to criticize you for watching his videos if you do so. I mean, if you want to watch someone's videos, by all means do so. If you don't want to watch the videos, that's cool too. But if you're going to like dislike a video, don't do it with the intention of like bashing and insulting the person creating it. Leave, constructive criticism, because I believe that all feedback is good feedback. Like, I've been making YouTube videos for over 8 years now, and I've made videos that have received more dislikes than likes. And you know what? I'll admit this right now. I think the hate that I've received on certain videos I've made, like my weekend rant video I made like 3.5 years ago, or the video of me like spraying myself with Chloraseptic that I made at the end of high school, I think, people are allowed had every right to give my videos more dislikes than likes. But I'm not offended. I don't feel attacked by it. Honestly, I look at people just like commenting, like calling me names like, "Oh, you're a faggot, you're an incel, yeah, go kill yourself." Like, I don't know about you guys, but I just laugh when I say comments like that. And the thing that really doesn't make any sense to me about any of this is why they made it like enforced for everybody who watches YouTube videos. Think about it. There are videos out there on YouTube where the comments are disabled. The creator of that video has disabled the comments. And there's even some videos out there that have disabled liking or disliking videos. So why not give the creators freedom of choice whether they want people to see the like to dislike ratio or comments or not? Like, maybe I don't know, maybe if there's like a new setting in like YouTube Studio where you could like edit, like set your like to dislikes, be like, oh, these dislikes are visible for everybody, or the dislikes are only visible to me for creating them, or the dislikes are just not there, like you can't like or dislike videos. I don't understand why they didn't just do that, because that would give us like the freedom of choice and personal taste and play into our opinions, instead of YouTube just like shoving this into our faces. I know I'm not the first person to say this, but I have a very strong feeling that all this has a lot to do with YouTube Rewind. The end of the year is coming around pretty soon, and the last two YouTube Rewinds were like widely despised and heavily disliked. I can't escape the feel. I know people like YouTube has like vehemently denied this, but it's like, oh, I see right through you, YouTube. It's like, you just have an insecure ego and don't want a whole bombardment of dislikes. People know like, oh, YouTube Rewind is garbage again. I feel like that's at least one of the reasons why they are doing this. Like if every artist stopped making art because of just one critic, there would be no art. And YouTube doesn't understand that. Like, oh, if you put out like something that people don't like, just suck it up and take it and move on, and use that, like use the comments and the dislikes as encouragement to do better. That's what I've been doing. It's like, I I read all your comments on my videos, the likes, the dislikes, everything. I take it all in and ask myself, what can I do better for the next video that I upload? A wise man told me earlier today that dislikes on YouTube videos does not hurt people, it only hurts egos. That's all I have to say regarding this. This is really stupid. Things really gotta change, because I feel like this platform is getting progressively worse. I know people have said like, oh, other like social media platforms like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram don't have dislikes, but yeah, but that's what makes YouTube unique, is that you can dislike stuff. This is like a uniquely YouTube thing, and I don't get why people are just shoving it out. This is all just like ties into the classic case of, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If you agree with what I have to say in this video, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you disagree with what I say, feel free to dislike it, even though you're not going to see a number of dislikes sooner or later. Anyway, this has been your man TVB, and I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Stay beastly.